Yes. The morning wood. Let's go. Roll something. Right here. Serial killers getting us ready. Another fire day. Let's get it.
It's about riders and jugs, bitches and punks, kidnapped, shot in the face, and stuck in the trunk. This thing of ours, powerful circle of trust. Serial kill 'em and fucking them up.
And we never leave evidence or anything relevant. We get to the president, tradition of excellence.
This thing of ours, powerful circle of trust. Serial kill 'em and fucking them up. See, there's only one way in, only one way out. Catch a shotgun shell to the roof of your mouth. Don't get attached, check the traps and roll with the punches. Serial killers, nigga, we kill you for nothing. Easy, like a phone call or pushing a button.
This a uphill battle like you running. Had no tears in my eyes when I was chopping the onions. Now people coming out the woodwork all of a sudden.
I tried taking niggas with me like Harriet Tubman. Backfire and brimstone, hot as an oven. Then the circle was made, and the records got played. Everybody got paid, in a circle we said. It's about riders and jugs, bitches and punks, kidnapped, shot in the face, and stuck in the trunk. This thing of ours, powerful circle of trust. Serial kill 'em and fucking them up.
And we never leave evidence or anything relevant. We get to the president, tradition of excellence.
This thing of ours, powerful circle of trust. Serial kill 'em and fucking them up.
Let's come to an understanding. You're dealing with the reckless abandon, grandstanding like the Grand Canyon. I'll admit it, we a little demanding, like a bullet coming that you never see us expanding. No, it doesn't like we do, and that's a promise. Come around, just catch the vibe where we write these songs. Smoking on the loudest weed, don't ever doubt us.
Got the whole spot clouded, niggas high as some mountains. Serial killers back, we restoring the balance. Up for the challenge, putting work till my hands get callous. All you doubters, better not say nothing about it. Move in silence unless you used to using violence. We feed seeds through the sonics like hydroponics. Got that scoop beat dropping here like hydraulics. Had the 5-packs back when they was calling it chronic. Now it's time to feed the streets from the birth to the profit.
About riders and jugs, bitches and punks, kidnapped, shot in the face, and stuck in the trunk. This thing of ours, powerful circle of trust. Serial kill 'em and fucking them up.
And we never leave evidence or anything relevant. We get to the president, tradition of excellence.
This thing of ours, powerful circle of trust. Serial kill 'em and fucking them up.
Right there. New album, Serial Killers. We had Be Real on here. He was talking about it. Let's go. Shout out to him right there. New album. Make sure you go swoop. Shout out to Be Real, the whole squad. All right, so I got some options over here, though. Now it's time for a little bit of the Doja smoking. So let's get it. What are you rolling up out there? Let me know about it. Thank you for popping in here. Rice Rolls in the building, saying that is a banger. That is a banger, right? What up to Ronan up here? What are you smoking? Mario, let's roll. Super Sarah. Nice, Super Sarah. I like it. Smoke Dog in the building, about to roll up Dog Bone for me right here. That was Be Real, Exhibits, and the homie too. I feel bad for not ever. I don't get that name for you right here. All right, which one should we roll up? I got Ultraviolet, Rosewater, or the Bat Rabies. All right, the Bat Rabies, Ultraviolet, Rosewater. If you were me, which one would you be rolling out? Yeah, shout out to Demrick. Demrick over there on that Serial Killers as well. Damn, tour with the man too, man. That's fucked up. And Scoop DeVille as the producer. Both of those guys were on that tour when we were on the Nation. Good people right there. Good people. So which one you rolling up? Bat Rabies, Bat Shib, double on it. Oh, we got one for Ultra. First with three. Or do we just go with the Bat? Ultra, now we got one with the Rose. Got one with the Rose. What up, Nico? How we doing out there? Marijuana to you. Marijuana to you. I got all three. That Ultraviolet, so fire. Huncho. Okay. Now that's two for Ultra. Well, where we got three? Oh, Bat Rabies right there. All right, cool. There it is. You will find me rolling one of those up on maybe Saturday. I'm going to pass this over to Smoke Dog. Smoke Dog in the building today, going to roll up a blunt for me properly. He will show you what it looks like in our Discord. We've got a Discord for Proper Smoke Network. He'll pop up in there and show you what it's looking like. Go and jump on there. I'll drop the link in here for you guys. And booyah. Rice rolls. Are you even excited for the event? Are we talking about the high rollers? Oh, I'm booking my motherfucking tickets in my spot. I was trying to see if I could bring out the Fam Bam if wifey could get some time where she can pull out there with me. And I was going to put them on the beach while I was out here doing my thing. But didn't work out like that. So I'm rolling up there solo. So definitely going to be all in on after parties is what that means right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah, fuck yeah, bro. Are you kidding me? Coke out here not sponsoring. Blue Mamba, though. Blue Mamba, shout out to Blue Mamba on the screen. Can't wait to drop that. Marijuana to you guys. It is on April 25th going down. I believe it started sometime afternoon. You can't bring smackers? What do you mean? No, I could definitely bring. I'll have smackers on me. On that event, I should have some of the Blue Mamba that I'm going to be competing with, right? So I'm going to probably be smoking some of that Blue Mamba with people to kind of gauge, like, well, you know, like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, that's right, motherfucker. That's right. Also the Bubba V. So yeah, no, very excited about it. Honestly, too, man, just to be able to like mingle with all the homies that we've created here, you know, since I've been on Proper Smoke Network and, you know, watching those guys, like everybody's in that same kind of, you know, area for the most part when it comes to Proper Smoke Network. So they'll get together and do like these fucking duels and shit like that. And there'll be people smoking in the studio. I fuck with that energy. So looking forward to getting out there. I feel like that energy that we feel on the network from these shows is the energy that it's going to be at this event. Just vibing, smoking fire ass weed and seeing who's got the best, you know. It's going to be dope that all of the brands too are going to have merch there, because that's some of the biggest like goals that I have, is to make sure that I have, you know, experienced these brands, right? So when I have the merch, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to be able to, you know, make sure it's right. You know, be able to compare, be able to understand when they're talking about these nuances and be like, all right then. So yeah, very much so looking forward to that. They said they had a couple tricks up their sleeve as well. So I'm curious what that's about. Yeah. All right, what do we got over here for you guys? No guest today. We're going to be here chopping it up. So, you know, I tried to get in the Cali Seed Company. You know, the goal is to have a guest each time, but we will get it set up for success. This was a crazy week for me to begin with, so I wasn't able to reach out to the guest, you know, as properly as I would like to. Cloud Mav in here. Appreciate you popping in. Didn't think about the after parties. Oh yeah, man. There's definitely, I feel like there's going to be a vibe. There's going to be a lot going on that weekend, and looking forward to that. Bam says, brother, explain what you want in flower when you're smoking. I would say a punch, right? I like, for the two things I look for the most are a strong, like smacking, like flavor profile, you know, like ideally, really, you know what I mean? Ultimately, I love all the different, you know, like OGs and stuff like that. I do love OGs, but I do look for right now something a little bit more sharp when you smoke. It just, the terps just outrageous in a sense. But then ultimately, that motherfucker's got to punch me. There's a certain, like, I like to say, I like the weed that makes it hard for me to breathe. Like, where I'm fighting for life after I inhaled it. I love a very much so dominant punch shit. I don't need anything light. No, like energy boosters and shit like that. No, I need a fucking straight, I want you to sleep when you smoke me type shit. What about you? What do you guys look for in some marijuanas out there? Rice rolls out here, of course. Man, I'll be best representation of Ireland. Nice, Rice. So you will be in the event, right? I'll definitely have some smackers for you, my guy. Let's go. As much as I love the guest episodes, I really rate the chilled, chatty episodes fire. Appreciate that energy. Hell yeah. I actually, too, to let you guys know, I can't make tomorrow. I'm going to be headed out. So in Arizona, I have a brand called Smackers. It's, still developing and whatnot. We have launched. It is out there. But when I say developing, I'm now have a portion, a very tiny portion of this facility from the flower shop. And I dropped off seeds a couple weeks ago. So I'm looking forward to going out there, checking those seeds out, looking them over. And so I have to go every other Friday now. I'm making it a point to get down to Smackertown. I'm calling it. Yeah. So I'll be gone tomorrow, but likely popping on Saturday. Let me light this blunt up. We'll take a look at what's happening on the network today. I was watching yesterday the first episode, and while I was doing my work in the office, and the topic when it comes to glass bongs. Adam had some shit to say. Even got the full screen facial when said it. He said, I think we got to look at this quote. I'm going to see what he said, because what I believe he said was like something like, if you like shitty weed, then a bong is where it's at, or something. That's how I took it.
Cracking.
Shit was hilarious. All right, but I can't quote anybody. Let me go and see if I can find this, though.
Yeah, I mean, light work, dude, light work.
Let me see if I can find
Fucking do this, son.
Anybody see that topic?
Oh, man, dude. This is an interesting one today, dude.
SirHIGH was cracking. Loud THC. It is an interesting one.
Oh, yeah, it was
the
while
honey
they were
bananas
smoking,
was
huh?
good. It wasn't as good as, obviously, the Growing Pains one, but it was good.
Fabian's watching right now like, that motherfucker!
Yeah.
Why does he keep saying that?
It's definitely good, but that orange drip, to my recollection, was fire.
Yeah, I think
Hold on, I gotta
it'll
find
come
this
down
now,
to
'cause
purity and
they got him
smoothness,
on
I
a
think.
close
You know,
screen.
like they
I
both
can't
had a
believe I
pretty
didn't
loud
remember
flavor. They
where to
both
put
had,
this.
you know, those are going to be kind of toss-ups, but
Yeah.
Slipping on my game right now. Slipping on
they
my
seem
game.
similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Give me
Roll
30
up
more
review
seconds. If I can't
section,
find it in
be
30,
reading
I'll
the chat while
just
I'm
we'll
on the
move on.
forklift.
Hold on, guys. Stop the fucking show, dude. Rolled Up Reviews is forklift certified, dude? No way, bro. 5 big booms for
Yes,
Rolled
I
Up
found it.
Reviews.
Here we go.
Double reroll.
Like, we've had worse. Let's get to the rules and then the tail of the table. I will say this last thing about bongs. I will say this last thing.
Sean.
If the flower sucks, then bongs are better. Because bad weed is going to, in a doink, it won't combust. It won't combust.
Let's go, bro.
Well, no, if you're gonna do that, let's
hit
lock
you
in
with the
here. Let's
close-up,
lock in
dude.
here. A bad doink, you might as well put in a bong to get it over with, okay? Because you could just have to struggle through one little snap. Bad weed in a doink is gonna get clogged up. The cherry's not hot enough to chase away all the oil, so the resin's gonna build, and then it's gonna get burnt by the smoldering cherry, and it's gonna taste like absolute shit. So if you have shitty weed, smoke a bong. That's the best way to smoke shitty weed. You heard it here first on Proper Doinks.
Damn. I'm clipping, and we're going to talk about it for sure. Nice. I love it. Now, you know, it's interesting because I believe perspective is obviously in factor here, right? And I think that, you know, where I respect Adam and Paul is that they do research, they dive in, and they try to define their perspective to be like just, there's no argument. There's science behind it. They've gone and done research, and so they have a very strong opinion, obviously, on what a doink brings to the table. And so we've just witnessed this man say, if it's shitty weed, then the bong is where it's at. But I don't know if Proper Doinks might pop in here too if he's out there. He said he likes to pop in and listen on the Morning Wood here. Because I'd want to know, are you saying that you can't gauge if it's like fire marijuana can't be discovered through a bong in a sense? Like you're saying like you're not enjoying the flower to its full potential by using a bong. Is that's the sense I'm getting out of it. Because in my personal experience, if I take 2 bong hits, my ass is in a euphoric state. You know what I'm saying? Like, bongs are those motherfuckers that it gets to the depths of your soul because you have to clear an entire fucking cylinder of smoke, right? Like, compacted, you're inhaling the entire time, compacted smoke, boom, you pull it all down to the depths of your soul. This fucking smoke is going. So I feel like I am getting, whenever I smoke out of my bongs, it is a way more intense, stoned energy than when I smoke in my blunts. That's an interesting topic. I definitely love the energy. And what we want to see with hot slices, I think we're going to need to figure out how to get Adam on that bitch. Because the energy that we want to see on hot slices is when we get Adam going on a topic, right? So we need to get that energy on that seat with I think that needs to be the next hot slices, is someone sitting across from Adam that is strongly against what Adam is saying. That hot slices would pop. But it's got to be the right guest, too. Obviously, it can't just be anyone. Obviously, we already know who's going to fucking offer themselves right off the goddamn bat. But I don't know what the fuck the argument would be there. Marijuana. All right, I'm going to get to some of these comments out here. MRR says, smoke goes stale once it hits oxygen. There's a lot of oxygen in between the burning material in your mouth with a bong, so it's got way more time to become stale, which also makes it taste worse. Now, 100%, if you don't inhale that smoke right away and you go back to hit that smoke, oh, that shit is fucking crazy bad, right? Death. But I do think that there are bong brands out there, like a Sovereignty Glass, that with the perks, Toro with his perks. I think percolation matters. I've hit some fucking smooth bongs because of percolation. You know what I mean? Like, and you really don't notice until you go back to just a standard beaker bong or something like that. And beaker bongs hit differently than straight tubes, right? There's a science behind glass bongs, right? Like, they're just not as dedicated to that. And so that might be, we should get some, like a Sovereignty head. Like, if we got a Sovereignty head to sit across from Adam, that could pop. Eva in here. Eva was definitely going and battling yesterday for the bong smokers out there. What did Rice say? Rice, I only hit a bong with no water. Wow. You raw dog that shit? Holy shit. Holy shit. But look at where I look at it too, it's interesting. And this is where I think I think recreational really reset the game. Because we're looking at a fresh approach. People, and this is why the glass game is hurting right now, because there isn't a lot of respect for the glass bong right now. The fact that it takes the artistry, or even just the scientific approach of it. There's not as much hype and like I don't know what you want to call it, but there's not as much as there used to be behind the glass culture, as much as there used to be. And it's interesting to hear the perspective. The doinks are doing their thing. Glass tips, you've seen glass blowers now come out with these glass tips, right? Marijuana, though. Let's smoke some of this bat rabies right here. Shout out to Smoke Dog for rolling this amazing blunt right now, so Paul doesn't kick me off of the network, right? I'm kidding. Why do people call Erlen Meyer flask beaker? Why do we call? Because it is a beaker, isn't it? You're saying like, why isn't the scientific word over there, Z? I feel you, doggone. Gone. All right, let's get to some of these comments out here about the glass. Let's see. Throbbing for rosin. Yeah, a straight glass piece with no carb has way more flavor. Nice. Okay. Let's see. Salt Life. Ripping my Illadelph right now. Don't have time for doinks and blunts. Being a parent. There you go. That is, the bongs are beautiful for that. Even the lady was like, yo, where's the bong that I used to hit all the time? All right, Mario says, take the world's best bong ripper, give them a solve. They still dealing with oxidized smoke. Right? And so, respect to the science. Respect to the science. Let's see. Maybe I got to use Chick-fil-A ice. Hey, you know what I mean? That's dedication. That is dedication right there. Warm bong water over ice water. It's way better for your lungs. Cold water makes the hot harsher and takes away flavor from your experience. I have heard that where using the cold water also can lead to getting sick. But I've been on ice. I put ice in my bong since bonging, and I've never been sick or anything like that. But science, again, there is science. Like this is just the era of cannabis consumption that I love, because now we can all dive in. Like we couldn't have these conversations 20 years ago because it was all illegal as shit. We wouldn't be on the internet talking about this shit. But now we've progressed and where we can have these conversations where we will know the scientific fact about consumption marijuana, what it does to us, what the best way to consume is, etc., right? Another hot take, actually, when I say that from Adam, was he called the volcano the worst way to consume cannabis. I believe, God, I wish I needed to clip. I was like working and I was like, wow, just the takes. I love it. It's all perspective. And let's talk about it. Surreal in the building. What's up, my dude? How you doing out there? Mario saying we still need a weed lab. I agree, right? And it will come. I think it will happen. I mean, look what happened with Paul and Adam, right? Like they cared enough to dive in on the grinder, on the paper, and they're still doing that, right? We saw them post recently that the way that you grind your weed will make your smoke experience different. I've experienced it myself, right? That is just fact. So you can't argue with what is being presented when it comes to studies like that. And I look at it like that's a straight up cannabis study, right? When we look at these other studies that are out there and they're just pulling people out from the streets, whoop-de-woo, I'd much rather see studies done from people who are way more aware of cannabis, that are dedicated to consuming cannabis on a regular basis, that can think of all of the extra little nuances that come with, you know, all of these different factors that play a part in all these things. So you can't deny when you saw that picture, and I wish I had it up so I could pull it up easily, where the finer grind made for a wider ash. And as it got more of a thicker grind, it was a darker ash, right? And so they had a conversation, because there's now even, you know, since they've done that, there's even finer grinders and things like that. I think they're even going to still do that. Oh, chat is blowing up. What's going down? Let's talk about it. MRR, the volcano bags are the worst, but the volcano with the whip is totally different story. Direct to lung smoke in a doink compared to letting the vapor sit in the bag and get stale like a bong. Mario, a giant bag of oxidized vapor? No thanks. I love this. You guys, I love this energy. Troy, Adam is just yum gim. Okay, MMR, you need a whip attachment for the volcano. Cloud Mav, selling my volcano hybrid if anyone's in the market for one. I know. You know, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I don't know though, man. Because I have a volcano by my bed, right? I've had a volcano by my bed for a decade. Yep. And I just sometimes I'll pop it on there and I'll take a bag. I take 3-4 bags. I'm stoned differently in a different way than when I'm smoking a blunt. Like the way you consume weed, it affects, I can always speak for myself. It affects me different each way. Yesterday, I was taking dabs. That shit knocks me out. I take 3 dabs night, no matter what time it is, night. So I just think that, what's up, DTT? How you doing out there? WAP. Yeah, we've been talking about you a little bit. Wonder where you're at. How you been? Eva, my step granny, always talk about how she likes that Chaz. Oh shit. Cloud out there. Mr. RJ, I'm open to offers, but she said I'm really dead ass selling this motherfucker. Throbbing for rosin, I get more flavor out of my Proxy with a droplet than a Peak Pro, but a droplet has more surface area, so I don't know. I've been using my Proxy a lot. So when homie was talking about using his bong without water, whew. But I do it with dabs. Fucking flour? Damn. Oh, damn. I was about to light this without our song. That's funny. Because I have the camera sitting close to the chair, the reason the camera's rocking is because every time Smoke Dog coughs. No, there's nothing you can do. It's not your bed. Oh, shit. Let me get this right in here. All right, guys, ready to smoke with me? You guys got something to light? A gunny. I personally don't smoke out of glass in the sunlight. I do. Wow, that's a random one. All right, let's light this weed. Oh, what? I play it so much that it's like.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail.
What?
And your third fiance didn't show.
Let's go.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Improper doinks in the building, throbbing for rosin.
They're always glad you came.
What up, Cloud Mav in the
You
building?
wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same.
That's right.
You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
What up, everybody? Surreal Selections. Rice rolls in here. We've got Mario. Thank you for popping in here. Your morning wood. Let's go. We're talking consumption today, if you're just popping in. And Smackers is smoking. Shout out to you, Slump. Appreciate you swooping up. MRR says, I'm going to get my dry herb vape ready right now. He says, right now. Damn, remember the old school vapor bros? Like the first box vape that like popped off? Man, the old like fucking, that's actually, you know, Adam might approve of that one, right? Because that just had the stick or the whip. And then you load the whip and you put it up to the heating element and you inhale. No bag. Slump said, patiently waiting for this blue mamba. Ooh, can't wait. Eggs in the chat. What up, Improper? How's your, what was your recent blunt like, my guy? As a fellow blunt smoker on the network, shout out to you, my man. Shout out to you. How you doing today? Hey, hit the like. Let me know what like you are, too, because I respect you guys for being the likes in here. Let me know what like you are, though. Let me know how early you popped in. Stutter said, so if what Adam is saying with his explanation of oxygen and oxidization, whoa, is he saying archive is valid for using a pipe to test strains? We'll have to ask him. We can ask him at 11 o'clock, 2.5 hours. We'll have to ask him that one. Appreciate you popping in, Eva. Eva, I appreciate that energy as well. You guys are the shit, man. I felt the reason all this started is so we could have these conversations, right? The perspective is out there. Let's talk about it and let's be informed. You know what I mean? Right now, obviously, there's not like this is a great debate. You know, we're all going to have our perspective on it. But we do talk about topics that I think that are important here on the Morning Wood. And so it's dope. I appreciate you popping in here. Like 12 and 14. Appreciate that energy. Slump, like number 17. Thank you, my dude. No pipes remain invalid for the same reasons. I would think that a ham pipe would have a lot of butane ratio. You know what I mean? Because if you think, like, I get, like, hold on, let me hit this weed. Unless you are using one of those like hemp wicks or those herb irons, but if you're using a Bic or a lighter, I've always wondered, like, damn, are we inhaling butane like a motherfucker on this shit right here? Because typically your hand pipe is pretty small, so you're like boom, and like you see the flame, like, you know what I mean? Like, where's the fucking fumes going? In a sense. And you could say the same shit for a bong in a sense too. Like a lot of butane, they used to say the same thing with joints and blunts. I remember Hempwick came out with a promo that was like, when you light your blunt or your joint but if you light it like a cigarette, they were saying when you inhale, it's going to coat your marijuana with butane, right? This is some old school shit. It's like, right? This came out like 10 years, 15 years ago. Anybody remember this shit? I was like, huh. I was like, that could be true, I guess, right? Even iTal. I'm using Hempwick as just a fucking name for the wicks. Are you saying fuck the wicks, period? I thought it was like, well, I was like, but the argument didn't make sense to me because it was like, well, if you're saying that when you light something and it gets butane on it, what about the wick? Like you're lighting the wick with a lighter. So wouldn't it be the same shit? I don't know. This has a unique taste. I'm gonna pass this over to Smoke Dog, who's like who's got a nice palate on him that can describe kind of what flavors he's getting from it. I get a different, like something I haven't tasted before for sure. That's a unique strain. That's definitely not like making me feel like, oh, there's definitely no candy at all. There's no OG vibe to it. What I don't know what you would like really pinpoint that, but Smoke Dog always got something for me. Let's see. I heard you rub 2 potatoes together till they ignite rice, right? I started thinking about it. Like, this is back in the day. I was like, if you really wanted to be a purist, you would go out there with your magnifying glass and you would light your bowl with the magnifying glass straight off solar. And I've seen it's been done and it is tasty. Like, that's the fucked up part, is when you do it, I do feel that there was a noticeable difference. A marshmallow OG vibe is what Smoke Dog over here is saying about the bat rabies. An herb iron like Greasy used to talk about? The herb irons, yeah, I've got an herb iron floating around here somewhere. That clippers are bad for you? Damn. Is that science? Marijuana to you guys. Appreciate the combo. Let's go see what's going on today. Let's go see what the fuck is happening. Ooh, Wood Wide against Dank. Oh, my bad. Wood against fucking Gotti. Damn, I hope that eventually they put up the tail of the tape on this motherfucker. Wouldn't that be tight? So I think, if I'm not mistaken, Wood Wide is like 10-3. And Gotti, I've been screenshotting the tail of the tapes now. Because I'm like, all right, I got to do this. I got to do this my way. Let me see what Gotti's sitting at. Okay, so when Woodwide took out Voyage Bloom, they were 9-3. So now they're 10-3. Oh, do I not have oh, here we go. Okay, and when Gotti took out Up the Hill, he was 3-1. So now he's 4-1. I don't know if he took out anyone else since then. So 4-1 versus 10-3. Okay. Okay. Let's see what goes down. Ball Family versus Exotic Matter. Ooh, that's going to be a dope one. That's going down in 3 hours. Oh, here we talking about, where are we at with this? Oh, you guys are popping on this chat, too. Let's see. He told all of us not to buy any clippers. Josh is mad at the Clipper brand? Is that why he made his own lighter? That new one, that fucking lighter 2.0 shit, where it's got like the fucking wind guard and it's got like all kinds of like energy. He does, though, for sure, DT. I mean, like, when you have that many lanes, right? Like, when you have the outlet and the reach like he does, like, fuck yeah, man. You basically create an item and there's fucking thousands of smoke shops going to put it in their store. Like, you create an item. And he does that. Now I think about it, no wonder he just sits back and creates like all of these random things, right? Because he knows like he's got fucking probably 10,000 plus retail stores be like, yes, please. And as a retailer myself for over a decade, it would be like that. Like, my rep would hit me and be like, yo, dog, I got like 1 box of this shit for you. I'd be like, thank you, dog. Thank you. Because it is demand. Like, it's just gone. Imagine that. Imagine that. Dank Mob versus Good Pizza. Going down tonight. Getting closer and closer. Let's see what the bracket is looking like. Oh shit, who won this? Damn, I didn't even see the outcome of this one. Of course, though, man, they're gonna be hard to beat. Preferred Garden's gonna be hard to beat. What are they using in the bracket? Oh, they didn't pull up the bracket last night. All right, we'll go to the other one. Go to the other one. Oh, they didn't pull it up on that one either. I know they pulled it up on the first one. My bad. No, they pulled it up on this one. All right. All right. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. So today starts the who goes to the fucking we're at the Elite 8 right now. So now we're stepping to who goes to the Final 4? Oh. Wow. Oh. Bro, it's unfortunate. I bet you if it wasn't for the morning wood, they might try to squeeze in all 4 in one day. Like I bet you like if the morning wood wasn't here, they probably would have started at like 9 in the morning. They should have did one before, huh? Damn, that'd have been crazy for them. Smoke fucking. They're probably like, you tripping, fool. How many organic bros left? Woodwide? Preferred and LA Family Farms sending in batches that were harvested a couple days before the entry date is a little sus to me, but yeah, Preferred going to be tough to beat. Okay, Preferred and LA Farms sending in batches that were harvested a couple days before entry date is a little sus. Because you're saying basically the timing, right? You're saying, so if it was a couple days, they cut it, and there's literally no dry, because they would have to trim it and get it to them. Is it harvested by due date or received by due date? Got to clean that up. Okay. Is anybody still in it from the wild cards? Nope. Oklahoma Outlaws was the last one getting taken out by Dank Mob. Imagine the naps Adams gets his fresh new dad. He's like, oh, we need to put the baby to bed? No problem. Let's roll. Come on. All right, we can bring that up. Mav saying not a fan of the triple day, so don't. She said definitely don't add a fourth. Rice out there opposite said no, I love those triples. Sagi saying he brings it up every bracket. Oh, you know, I'm a fly on the wall a lot of the times in the chat that they have going on, and watching how they navigate how to throw a bracket that has so many entries in it with the timing and stuff like that. So I think that does play a factor. I think they've even discussed, and it might be reason why, I don't know, they may have discussed the reasons why they're slowing it or lowering it from 32. This might be, I don't know, but basically what I've received from watching the shows, what they've discussed or whatnot, the 32s seem to be weighing on them. It's a lot of motherfucking doinks to be blowing down, especially if you want to do it in a timely manner, so that way you can have multiple brackets all throughout the year. But where that's interesting is like, if you look at this bracket right here, if they trimmed it down, who's not having opportunity then, right? Like if they trimmed it down to 16, you know, we're not going to see a lot of like brands. Maybe, I don't know how they would work that, right? Because they definitely have fucking 2 handfuls of brands as it stands right now that are damn near automatics. So American cheddar cheeks, you really think it's rigged? Like, no, you're like, that's no gaslight. You're just out. You really think that shit's rigged? Give me your main reason on why you think, like, not reason, but like how you stand on it. Give me your one stand on. Sagi says, I just don't think it's fair. Say you have a little later first round. Why are they able to drop it off then while others are already battling? It's perspective. I mean, look, this is where it's at. Like, it's interesting because I think that ultimately, as a bracket, as a you know, a entertainment, you want to try to provide the best entertainment you can. And I've watched a few local competitions, people not be able to enter because of timing and stuff like that. I don't know. But then you could look at it on the flip side and say, well, yeah, but if they're just not there, if they're not ready, then that's going to open the door, you know, for someone who is. Nobody even listening to you, Mario. Oh, shit, go take a nap or so. Where's Mario? What'd Mario say? Mario, I'm also guessing we have 1 or 0 organic brands left. No, isn't Woodwide organic or no? I felt he gave me organic energy yesterday, did he? Shit, I didn't even ask. But some of the questions that I was prepped for was organic energy. The sponsors and team members of the network are getting a leg up on everyone. Okay, so give me an example of that. Like, just so I can understand what your argument is. Like, so when you say they get a leg up, like, what does that mean? Woodwide. Okay, so Woodwide out there, and Woodwide's got a chip, right? We heard that. So if that's the case, if Woodwide is organic and he's got a chip, I can no longer be like, oh, I want to, you know what I mean? Like, I was under the impression that we hadn't seen one. I got to collect on I need the archive of fucking proper doink battles. Sagi, I disagree with the sponsorship. We have seen Adam KO his wife, the flower, not her, and plenty of other instances. Yeah, I feel like on that one, you guys, the competitors, want to see Faven enter, right? Like, I think the heart and soul of the proper doinks brackets are the competitors, right? Like, so like they should be deciding overall what goes down on brackets in certain cases. Obviously not overall. That might have been a bigger statement than whatever. But they have the loudest voice, the competitors, and I've witnessed that for sure. Where Adam tries to make sure the outside noise. He focuses in. Okay, what are the competitors? And the competitors want and wanted Faven in that bitch. Did he give us an example of the leg up though? Because I haven't seen it. I see, making sure that brands have inclusion, but I don't even feel like they limit that to top brands. Like, not to say top brands, we'll say more, fucking hyped brands, right? Because when you look at right here and you look at the wild cards, right? They're still trying to give opportunity for more and more people to get involved with this. And I think that's the energy where we see when earlier we're discussed where it's like, hey, the timeline, right? And why are people able to drop off things while people are competing? Well, at the start, there's 32 32 motherfucking people have entered. So if they can only do 3 a day, let's see, just to get through the first round, 16 days or 16 battles. They can do 3 max, right? So we're looking at damn near a week, 5-6 days, whatever. Have fun with it. That's if they ain't got nothing else going on, right? So I don't mean like we didn't see any of the battles from the first. We didn't see any second round battles prior to the first round being complete, right? Did we? Like, let me ask you that question. Oh, American Cheddar Cheeks. They are playing the long game with the main characters. I'm sure all this started out on the real, but once it got to the point they are steering the comp. I would find it. I still don't understand where you're saying people get a leg up though. You're saying that playing the long game with the main characters, right? What is that? And I'm just trying to understand. You can't put a price on their media coverage hyping themselves, but they're not even involved. They make money regardless. Like no matter who's in these brackets, they're making the same amount of money. So that one is not even a good argument. And they have abundance of people that want to compete in these brackets. And now they're even going to reduce it. Fuck, they're even taking money out of their hands. Potentially. I don't know the back end on that one, but you know what I mean? So I don't know about that one because regardless, their shit's filling up. Now, as just a competition, as just a brand, as like, I would want to make sure that the hypest brands out there are in these brackets. I would make sure with as much respect to the competition as possible, make sure that the biggest brands, if they are trying to compete, that they can. I think that's just like good business. Like everybody wants to see, because a lot of people competing are telling them that they want to put their shit up against Preferred Gardens. They want to put themselves up against these champions that we've seen in here. They want to know, how do they stack up? They got people out on the streets looking for their herb. The monopoly money is just a side dish. Man, I just think, okay, I mean, that's your perspective on it. I don't agree with you. You haven't given me anything to make me feel that you know what like they don't even own a brand. Like they're selling you saw they come out with the collaborations, right? marijuana. Appreciate the chat, though. Appreciate the conversation. It's good to have Cloud Mav, a sponsor, being allowed to compete without giving non-biased people the chance to try. It doesn't seem right to you. I did see that argument where people were like, but damn, I can't even go get these entries. And I wonder how that would change the game if they said, look, you have to have it available. I think I've seen some arguments out there for brands that are large saying like, well, look, that is something where like, yeah, if you just got one tent at your house, you know what I mean? You better have the better shit, right? Like, I mean, damn. So let me ask that to the open question. Would you like to see only competitors that make themselves available to the community to purchase? Real. Nice. Nice. Let me scroll up to see what Surreal said here. He said, good point, WAP. Let's see what WAP said. Surreal, I think it's a big mistake, though, making it if you can get the Contender Series when you get a PSO shot. Let me see. Well, then what'd Surreal say to that? Can't what do you mean most consistent? Oh, you guys are deep in this. A lot of these brands are losing. Still Fire and Adam and Paul say that they're just not as good as who they're dueling, right? Nice chat. You guys blew it up today, man. Love the energy today, you guys. Let's fucking crush today. Let's get out there and smoke. Surreal said, it's about mode of action to me, simulating how the plants... Oh, nice. We're talking about organic talk. Love that. That's the man to talk to. Marijuana, we've got... What time is it? Oh, we got to get out of here. It's about the show. The show is about to crack off. It's about to go down. Who are we going to see first? Let me go over here and bring that back up. Right here. Woodwide against Gotti. Any last shout-outs? Go and give them any last shout-outs. Shout out to Doja. The Bad Rabies. Shout out to my dude Smoke Dog for rolling it up for me. Marijuana to you. Thank you for popping in. Eggs in the chat if you fuck with me. Sovereignty Glass in this motherfucker. Marijuana. It would be cool to see a competition with product that anyone could buy and try, but it would also be cool to see the competition of the shit no one can get or barely anyone wants to spend on. I'm talking about these boutique brands, Third Eye Organics, Cash Tree, Mason, Elephant. Look at them dropping them. Grilled. That's probably a bunch more, but those guns come to mind. Appreciate you popping in here, Sovereignty. Hey, we need to have you pop on to the Morning Wood and let's have some conversation. We also might need to figure out how we can get a Saab in the hands of proper doinks, man. So that way they can really pull something that is proper. You feel me? Marijuana, man. Appreciate you guys popping in. I'm out of here. I will see you in the chat over on the proper doinks. This battle's going down. Let's see who pulls it off. And I will see you Monday. I got to take off Friday. Going down to Smackertown. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you up in there. Marijuana. Marijuana. Love ya. We all love you, man. That's why we get together and discuss it every weekday morning right here on PSN. Y'all have a great weekend. Hey, be safe too over this holiday weekend, right? Stay stoned.
What the fuck?